Everything is awesome. Guess we're going to Sumeru to talk to Catherine. I have no clue what this is about. As usual, I didn't look at the trailer of it, because the trailer always spoils stuff, and I don't like that. And I don't need the hype, because I'm gonna play it anyway.
I have a commission here that has your names written all over it.
Really?
In fact, I'd even go so far as to say you're the only ones for the job.
Oh, is that so?
All it asks us to do is to find a missing person.
Is it my brother? Because can't do that.
Huh? Then why did you say we were the only ones for the job?
I came
Who's
across this
missing?
commission while reviewing our backlog not too long ago. It seems simple, but our records indicate that over a dozen successive efforts to complete it have all ended in failure. All I'm asking is for you to give it your best shot.
I can and shall do that.
If it proves to be beyond your capabilities as well, I'll talk to the commissioner about canceling the commission.
Yep.
Okay, so who are we looking for? And what is it about this commission that's made it so hard to complete?
This commission was jointly issued by the residents of Vimara Village. They say one of their own villagers has gone missing.
One of their own villagers, okay.
But the problem is, they don't know the missing person's name. They can only provide information about his general appearance.
That's so random.
They're all from the same village, but they don't even know his name?
That's what I'm saying. How big is this village? Not that big, right?
If so many adventurers have failed to complete this commission, maybe this missing villager doesn't exist at all. Could it be some sort of a prank or something?
Good thinking, actually.
Unlikely. Several
Oh.
villagers came by to issue the commission, and judging by their appearance and tone of voice, they seemed incredibly sincere. It certainly didn't seem like a joke to them.
Okay, but it doesn't mean that it isn't.
Besides, putting up a commission requires a processing fee. There aren't
True.
many upsides to a prank that costs Mora to carry out.
Would be a little strange, yeah.
In any case, it would probably be best to go to Vimara Village and ask around first.
Alright then, let's go! I'm starting to get really curious about this whole thing.
Me too. Who's missing? And why do they not know their name?
We're adventurers! Catherine sent us to look into a commission here in Vimara Village.
Ah, so you're here about that then. Ah, you're not the first, that's
I know.
for sure. We've certainly made a lot of trouble for you all. To be honest, we aren't holding out much hope. Many adventurers have made their way out here, confident they'd be able to help us,
But
only to leave soon after with nothing to show for their efforts.
But have they tried sending me before? They have not! So, have faith in me.
We've pretty much had it up to here in questions, and the area around the village has practically been overturned in search of clues. But no one has been able to make any headway.
So, this person we're looking for, what's his name? Where did he live? Does he have any relatives?
Good questions.
I don't know. I really have no clue. I couldn't tell you.
I'm so confused about this whole thing. Did they get like brainwashed by this person because he wanted to disappear, so he's not actually missing? But is there anything else you can tell us?
I know it may seem like we don't have anything to offer by way of information, but I promise you, we all have a very strong impression of him. When you live in the same village as someone, you develop a lot of memories together, you know?
Exactly, so what kind of memories do you have with this man?
We just don't know the specifics. Maybe we did at one point, but that information is long gone by now.
What?
At least that's what everyone in the village seems to think. We've all exchanged what we know, and that was the only logical conclusion.
Alright, specifics aside then.
So weird.
What kind of person was he?
I feel like we're looking for Dainsleif. I know he shows up in this.
Young guy, in his early 20s probably. Incredibly kind sort of person, always willing to lend a helping hand. I'd chat with him when I didn't have any customers. I even saw him stick out his neck for others on more than one occasion. Very interesting guy, that one.
Now that you've started talking about him, you don't seem nearly as down in the dumps as you did before. Seems like he left a pretty good impression on you.
But of course, everyone in the village is pretty fond of him. We wouldn't have issued that commission otherwise.
Yeah, but it's weird that you guys don't remember his name and stuff.
There aren't many young people like him nowadays. So genuine and pure. To think that he just up and disappeared one day. I just hope nothing bad happened.
See, I was also thinking like maybe it's my brother that we're looking for, but that wouldn't make sense. Well, it could be, but like the people in this world don't see the traveler as someone that's of age. Which they very much are, 'cause they're like, how old were they again? I don't remember. Very old
Could
at
he have
least.
just moved away without telling anyone?
No, he's not the type to leave without saying goodbye. And anyway,
Well,
moving away
apparently
without
he
being seen
is.
by a single person in the village, there's no way he would have been able to manage that.
Huh. Alright,
Or maybe we're not
thanks for the
actually
information.
looking for
We're gonna go
Dainsleif,
ask
but
around some
Dainsleif
more.
has something to do with it somehow. Maybe he needed the person that they're talking about. I don't know. Something weird's going on though. I love predicting stuff, right? So I'm like trying to figure out what's happened.
We're here to help you look for the guy that's gone missing. Could you tell us a bit about him?
Of course. I'm happy to help any way I can.
Alright.
With my failing eyesight, I'm afraid I can't offer much about his appearance. But I do remember hearing the sound of his voice.
What did it sound
Not
like?
recently, of course. That loss has left me feeling quite empty. I don't think his parents are still living in the village. But somehow he
Maybe not
never seemed
Dainsleif then.
lonely. In fact, he was usually the one offering companionship to others. He would often take time to visit the elderly or play with the orphans in the village.
It just doesn't sound like Dainsleif at all.
You wouldn't happen to know any details about his name, address, or family situation, right?
If he answers in the same kind of like matter as the guy before, I'm definitely thinking something with like brainwashing or something is going on.
I'm ashamed to admit it, but I just can't remember.
Didn't sound
No
sure.
matter how you look at it, I should know those things.
You should.
But for some reason, no matter how hard I try to remember, the information just doesn't come. Perhaps my age really has caught up with me this time.
Nope, it's definitely not your age, sir. Don't worry about that.
Well, Traveler, what do you think?
It's fishy. Something fishy's going on, that's what I think. There's more to this case than meets the eye. A lot of things are not adding up.
Paimon thinks so too. Like, the name thing. It's so weird that no one remembers his name.
Right?
And nobody has been able to tell us anything about his family or where he lived. It's like this guy's been erased from reality or something.
I would say it's more like he's someone who only exists in people's memories.
Wait, so you're saying it's not that he's been erased, necessarily, but more like he never existed to begin with?
Is it a dream thing?
Okay, Paimon's gonna need some time to process that one.
Could it be like what happened with Greater Lord Rukadavata? Like some sort of mass alteration of people's memories? Exactly.
You two are the adventurers who just arrived, right?
Hi.
You're here for the Vamara Village Commission?
Yes?
Yep, sure are. We were just looking into the case.
I'm so glad to hear that. Thank goodness you haven't given up. I've been so worried the Adventurers Guild might cancel our commission. My name is Atosa, by the way. I grew up here in Vamara Village. Anyway, I just wanted to say, please keep searching for a missing villager. I'm begging you. You have to find him.
We'll certainly try our best.
Yeah, no need to worry. We'll give it our best shot. So, were you close to the missing villager? Are there any leads you can give us?
I'm not sure this counts as a lead, but follow me. There's a place I'd like to show you.
Say less? It's a stone, isn't it? Oh, it's a tree? There's something in the tree, isn't there? What's in the tree? I saw something.
Is this the place? Under this tree?
Yep. I know it doesn't look like much, but this place is very meaningful to me. It's so full of memories. We used to always sit together under this tree and talk. Sometimes we would look up at the clouds in the sky, or stop to feel the wind against our skin. We could sit there for hours at a time, never realizing how long it had been. I was actually adopted by the people of Vamara Village. When something's bothering you, or when you have good news to share, you always want to talk about it with somebody. But for the longest time, I didn't know who I could talk to, or if I should say anything at all.
No.
Everyone has their own problems to deal with. Even if I might want to confide in others, I don't want to become a burden.
I think I get what you mean.
Really? You know exactly how I feel?
I used to have someone like that, a family member that I could talk to no matter what, but now I have a lot of friends who understand me and would be happy to hear me out.
Aww.
Wow, that sounds really nice. You're quite lucky.
Traveler's just
When
bragging.
it comes to our missing villager, well, I guess you could say that to me. He felt like both a family member I could rely on and a friend who could really understand me. No matter what came my way, I knew I could always talk to him. He was so thoughtful and pure, and patient too. Whenever I talked to him, he would always seem so interested, as if the things I was describing were just as important to him as they were to me. Ever since he disappeared, there's been so much I wanted to tell him. No, none of those things matters now. I just really want to see him again.
Wow. You two must have been really close.
Mm-hmm.
Did he ever tell you anything about himself?
He mostly just talked about interesting things he saw around the village. He'd share a lot of his own wild ideas as well. Oh, right! I did ask him about his parents once. But all he said was, they're not here anymore.
Is he a ghost?
The last time I talked this much in one go was when we were still together. Come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk, just like right now. Time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking for hours, the sun would still be at the same position in the sky.
That sounds suspicious.
Well, time always seems to
Like
pass
it was a
slower when you're
dream.
relaxed, right? What's wrong, Traveler?
It was always the same time of day and time never seemed to pass. Based on what we've learned, this is definitely not a regular missing persons case. What Atassa just told us about time could be the key to unraveling this whole mystery. Where did those come from?
Hey,
Rawr.
look at those hilly trails over there. Doesn't it seem like they're acting a little strange?
Yes, but they're hilly trolls. Not the it's Abyss Mage.
The Abyss Order. Could they be the ones behind all of this?
Surely not. I mean, they could, but... Oh, hi. Do you mind?
We've been spotted! Quick, get ready to fight!
Get ready to get your ass kicked.
Gather!
Illusion shattered! Brace yourself! This is gonna hurt!
Oh, there's more! Wait.
Evil conquering! Here! Useless!
Oh.
Thank you so much. I wasn't expecting monsters to show up.
I can't see her,
If you
she's
hadn't
behind
been
the...
here, I'm not sure what I would have done.
You would have ran. The question we should be asking now is, what is the Abyss Order doing around here?
Now that I think about it, the hilly trolls around Vilmara village have been a lot more active lately.
Suspicious.
They seem agitated and would often attack anything in sight.
Maybe the Abyss Order really is involved. Well, we should head back and check out the situation in Vimara Village just in case. If the Abyss Order is plotting something that could spell trouble for the villagers. Wait a second. The person... It's Dainsleif!
Huh. He always disappears without telling me anything, and I hate it. What did he just do?
Ah, it's you two.
Hi, we meet again. I still don't trust you fully. You're sus.
Oh, a friend of yours?
Well, I guess.
Well, I'll leave you all to it then.
Why do you always have to pop up out of nowhere like that? Is
For
it your
real.
life's mission to jump scare us or something?
No, that's Xiao's life mission.
It's hardly personal, or intentional for that matter. As long as you and I are both in pursuit of the Abyss Order, we're bound to cross paths.
Fair.
Ah, so you're here to investigate the Abyss Order then. That would explain the monsters you were fighting just now.
Naturally. Hold on. Are you not here for the same purpose?
Well, we're also on their trail, but I'll admit, we ran into them on accident.
No matter. It may have taken you a while to catch on, but I'm sure you've also realized by now that there's something strange about this place.
Well, yes.
The Abyss Order is most certainly planning something in this area.
Why this area?
Or worse, their plan could already be in motion.
Bum bum bum!
So you think the Abyss Order is behind the hilly trail activity in the area?
As things
Sure
stand,
seemed like it.
I highly doubt that is their primary motive.
Mm-hmm.
I would imagine the increased hilichurl activity is merely a byproduct of whatever it is they're really trying to accomplish.
I like this. Well, let's see what more we can learn from the villagers then. And after that, you also owe us many answers.
And you shall have them.
Mm-hmm.
I
That's
never
what you keep
intended to hide
saying, and then
anything from
you... Yes, you did. Don't lie to me. He's like, oh, I'm too tired to talk. Oh, I'm going here now. Oh no, I've run into something and then we don't see each other again. I don't even remember when the last time was that I saw him.
Don't worry. There should be ample time to talk.
Wasn't it with Khaenri'ah? And then he showed up in Sumeru, and then Khaenri'ah found out that he was, like, linked to the Abyss somehow.
I would agree that it's unlikely you have a simple missing persons case on your hands. However, any possible connection to the Abyss Order is still unclear. It appears all we have by way of clues is increased hilichurl activity, and that is certainly not much to go off of.
Well then, how about the intel you promised me?
Right! That mysterious voice she heard in her brother's memory. The one who called himself a sinner. Who is he?
I don't remember this, I'm not gonna lie. When was this again? A long time ago, I think. I remember that.
Traveler, let me
Yes.
ask you this. Do you believe your sibling to have betrayed you?
I want to have faith in him.
I sense hesitation in your words. After all, you still haven't figured out the whole truth of what happened.
True, but I still want to have faith in him.
There's still hope for the two of you to reconcile. Irreparable damage has not yet been done.
That's good.
The sinner you wish to know about, his situation is different. He and his fellow sinners have long betrayed me, and long betrayed their nation. His name is Vedrfolnir, the Visionary.
Vedrfolnir?
I'm loath to admit it, but he is also my kin, my older brother.
He has a brother?
Your brother?
What happened between the two of you? Wait, what really happened in Khaenri'ah back then?
There were 5 of them, the 5 sinners of Khaenri'ah. The wise Roptatir, the visionary Vedrfolnir, Gold Rhindaughter, the foul Sertologi, and Rehir of Solnari, Rerir.
Referee. Oh my... How am I supposed to remember these names? Vedrfolnir.
No matter how
Okay.
eroded my memory may become, I will never forget their names. One day,
You look so angry.
I shall have my vengeance.
Eula, is that you?
Wait, some of those names sound really familiar. Rhindaughter
Wait, yes.
is the one who created Albedo.
Right.
Sertologi is Skirk's master.
I didn't remember that one. I was like, Rhindaughter kind of... Yes. Wait, that means Albedo's like related to this stuff as well, because he was created by...
And the one we just learned about, Dane's brother, Vedrfolnir. If he was the voice of the sinner,
Right.
then the one who inspired Clotar to create the Abyss Order was him.
Right, that's what happened. Somehow everything's connected. If that's true, then the stone slates we found in the ruin in Fontaine, the ones that outlined Fontaine's prophecy, that was like a Vedrfolnir's doing as well.
They were once people of great esteem in Khaenri'ah, those who carried the hopes of the nation. They were the best of their peers, outstanding in their respective fields.
There's some like big conspiracy going on here.
The 6 of us, together. We should have been the ones to prevent the disaster.
But
The ones to stop the Vinster King from continuing to rock the foundation of the world.
Finster King.
Yet, deep within, the 5 of them craved something more.
More power.
They
or...
could not resist the call of the Abyss, and divided among themselves a power that could destroy the world.
Lovely.
So they became sinners, but also transcendent beings, each in possession of world-shattering power. And when the cataclysm occurred, not one of them stood up in defense of their nation. Not one came forward to prevent the tragedy, and for that, they shall never have my forgiveness.
And then my sibling came into contact with your brother.
Indeed. If they are not stopped, the day is sure to come when they will also betray the entire world.
Lovely. It must be hard to talk about all this, but thank you for telling me.
Of course. As I said, I never intended to hide anything from you.
Well, you've had a long time to, make stuff up, but...
So, Dane, what have you been looking into all this time?
Yeah.
I've continued to investigate the questions surrounding the Loom of Fate. It's been quite some time since the initial operation was launched.
That's what I've been thinking about as well.
By retrieving the eye of the first field tiller, we were able to stop part of their plan from coming to fruition.
But... Oh, Paimon remembers! Weren't they going to use it to corrupt Osial and make a god or something?
True!
Indeed. However, it's obvious that was just some sort of technical experiment.
Oh.
The eye was integral to their plan, yet somehow, despite failing to obtain it, they've skipped the experimental phase and found some other way to keep moving forward.
Oh, great.
There are many signs pointing to that effect.
Don't like that.
Then what should we do? It's not too late, is it?
Sure hope not.
Our most pressing concern is to determine the purpose of the Loom of Fate. From there, we'll be able to deduce the Abyss Order's true objective.
I was just here to look for someone who was missing, but...
Based on the intel I've gathered so far, I suspect the Loom of Fate is related to the ley lines in some way.
Right.
The ley lines?
How? The ley lines are all connected,
Traveler,
right? So...
You were able to observe your siblings' memories last time, yes?
I guess.
I believe that was due to the fact that the ley lines in that area were unstable. My recent investigation has shown that Abyss Order activity in a particular area is usually followed by a series of issues with the ley lines.
And one of the things that flows through the ley lines are memories.
Wait, then our commission here in Vimara Village, the person who seems to exist only in people's memories, could it be connected?
Through the ley lines? Memories. Ley lines, the Loom of Fate, the missing person that doesn't seem to exist? What's the connection between all this? The Abyss Order?
It's certainly possible. I'll join your investigation tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
This missing persons case could very well turn out to be the key to unraveling these mysteries.
Alright,
Well, if we're
alright.
teaming up with Dane again, we're gonna need all the energy we can get. Let's try investigating somewhere a little further away tomorrow.
Alright.
Well, let's go find Dane! We've got a lot to do today.
Yep. He's right there. So I just shoot him. At this point, you know. Hoi!
Hello, Dane? Why are you just zoning out over here?
Did he not sleep well either?
Did something happen?
What's wrong, Dane?
The missing person from your commission. Could you describe them to me?
Oh,
Do you think it actually is my brother?
young guy? Early 20s? Seriously, Dane, what's going on?
There appear to be certain memories in my mind that weren't there before.
Was it you?
Memories of him.
Maybe we just talked too much about him yesterday and you had a weird dream or something?
No, it wasn't a dream. They're memories. Memories that suddenly appeared in my mind after I woke up. And I'm certain I've never met this person before.
Okay, so it's not my brother. So, what exactly did you remember?
I remember handing him the eye of the first field tiller.
Huh? Excuse me?
What?
Huh?
Okay, so this missing person definitely has something to do with the Abyss Order then.
Indeed. And it appears he possesses the ability to implant memories into the minds of others.
How is that even possible?
Wait then. All the memories the villagers have of him, could they be fake too?
Yeah,
Maybe they never knew him at all.
that's what I was thinking already.
But why would he do something like that?
So they can trust him somehow?
Whatever the Abyss Order is planning, an important truth has been revealed to us this morning.
What sort of truth?
That their goal is still to obtain the eye of the first field tiller. They haven't stopped searching for it. I am the only person who knows its location. Perhaps implanting that particular memory was an attempt to interfere with my mind in some way.
Okay, but is the eye still safe? Like, what if the memory's real?
Your concerns are not entirely unfounded. I don't believe the Abyss Order is capable of altering reality like that just yet. However, considering their single-minded pursuit of the eye, I would say an equal level of caution is in order on our part.
Yeah, we can't just go, like, look for the location, because they'll probably follow us.
Come with me.
Why?
We must check whether the eye is still in our possession.
Oh.
Oh, so you're going to take us to where you hid it?
But what if someone follows us? Exactly! If we go straight there and someone is on our tail, aren't we just exposing the eye's location? Maybe that's the reason the Abyss Order implanted that memory in the first place. To force Dane to confirm the eye's location. He's thinking that as well, right? Given what I know of him though, I'm sure Dane has already thought of that possibility. It seems like he might already have a plan. Alright, let's go!
Of course.
Surely he knows. He's not stupid.
So you hid it way out here? Not an easy place to discover, that's for sure.
What's that?
Well,
Cave?
let's go check to see if it's safe.
Yep. Uh-huh.
Traveler,
That's definitely what
wait.
we're doing. What? What is up? Are you okay? Dane?
We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
He's acting weird. Something's up with him. What was Dane going to tell me just now? Exactly.
Hey, wait up!
Something's interfering with his mind somehow. Good thing I have these, otherwise I wouldn't be able to go here. Wait. Wait. Have I been here before? Am I going crazy? This kind of reminds me of where we were at the last quest, where we found out about, like, the leader of the Abyss Order, I guess. Got it.
Ah, the door's open. Let's go. Our destination is just up ahead.
That scared me. Very big
Looks
room.
like we can't go any further.
Uh-huh. I don't think we have to. What's gonna happen?
Be on your guard. I sense the presence of the Abyss.
Oh, it's another Abyss Herald.
It's the Abyss Order! They're here!
Lovely. Hi.
Solidify!
Illusion shattered!
Get it. Got him.
Just as I suspected. The false memories were a trap. The Abyss Order just wanted to follow us here.
We do it.
Now that they're in the vicinity, we should have a chance to see...
What is up with him?
What's
Is
wrong?
it the erosion?
Can you feel that? There's been a disturbance in the ley lines. It must be the work of the Abyss.
Right, he's been affected by the ley lines.
Wow, you must be really sensitive to that sort of thing. Paimon doesn't feel it.
I think we knew this about him, did we?
You too. Do
I
as I
don't know.
say. Use that mechanism over there
Excuse
and leave
you?
this place.
What about you?
The Abyss Order is putting something in motion. If you return to Vimara Village, I suspect you might finally have the opportunity to locate the missing villager. Just think of it as a way to divide and conquer.
Alright, if you say so. He does have a point. But something still feels off. What am I missing? Is it my brother? Did he set me away because he knew my brother was coming? It is my brother! No way!
I knew going along with your trap would be the only way to meet with you face to face.
And you sent me away? Hi, Ether.
You risked your safety, and that of the Eye. That's quite the gamble, Dainsleif. But I believe that I am the one walking into a trap laid by the Twilight Sword.
So you came here all on your own? What about those followers of yours?
When the Twilight Sword is prepared for battle, any army I could send would only be marching to their doom. Better that I face you alone. I know you must have.
Are they gonna fight?
But if it's a conversation you want, you'll have to defeat me first.
He was thinking about it for a second. No shot! What if Dane dies? What if my brother dies? Surely not.
We better hurry back to Vimara Village and see what's going on.
Notice how I'm like in some sort of dreamscape right now?
Hey, look at those hilly trails over there.
I was gonna say, they seem strangely calm.
Weren't they acting super agitated just a little while ago? Why are they so calm all of a sudden?
Interesting. Wait, I hear something. That was kind of like the wind.
In the new world, they bade farewell to the shrouded sun. At last, they no longer needed to dwell on their suffering, or try to differentiate between various thoughts of blasphemy.
Do I know this voice?
Such was the price they paid, and thus their souls became cleansed and pure.
Did you hear that? What was that sound just now?
You heard it too, Paimon? It was someone's voice.
It sounded so gentle.
It did.
Could that voice be comforting the hilly trails in some way?
Perhaps?
Oh, this is weird. Let's check if this is happening anywhere else.
We're both still here. We've reclaimed an endless amount of time to love. Release your tears. You no longer need to hold back your sorrow.
Oh, it's that voice again. I wonder. I actually can't. I was like, I wonder if I can attack them right now. There's like butterflies everywhere.
Over there. It looks like they're sleeping.
Sleepy, sleepy.
In the end, he whispered softly, "Sleep well, Father. Sleep well, my beloved people. When you awake, that which differentiates us shall be no more."
It almost sounds like a poem or some kind of story.
More like a story.
Well, now that the hilly trails have calmed down, Vimara Village should be safe at least. Let's put this situation to the side for now. Dane said this might be our chance to find the missing villager. So
What if
we
the
should
voice
head back to
is
Vimara
the missing
Village
villager?
before it's too late.
I think the voice is the missing villager, no? Also, remember how we were talking about dusk and the sun never setting? Isn't that what's happening right now? We are in this dream, and this is why they don't remember his face or his appearance, because it's just a voice. That's what I think anyway.
Grandpa Medea, is everyone alright? The Abyss Order seems to be up to something nearby.
The Abyss Order? This is the first I'm hearing of it. Thank you for your concern, but as far as I'm aware, it's been business as usual here in the village.
Well, that's good to hear. Oh, also, you didn't happen to come across any clues about the missing villager while we were gone, did you?
What missing villager?
Someone's gone missing, you say? Who would that be?
Huh?
Oh. You don't remember? Things just got even more complicated.
You know, the young guy from Vimara Village. The one you've been looking for all
The
this time.
sun!
You posted a commission with the Sumeru Adventurers Guild.
It's not moving.
That's kind of the whole reason we're here, actually. Your missing persons commission.
Ah, I do apologize, you two. I hope I'm not worrying you too much. I'm sure it's just my age making me forgetful again.
Nope, it's not.
At least right now, I can't seem to recall whatever it is you're referring to. Perhaps you should try asking someone else.
No.
But how is that? All right. Thanks for your help, Grandpa Amadea.
We haven't left the
Something's
cave, have we?
definitely not right. We
Right?
just talked to Grandpa Amadea about the missing villager. There's no way he could have forgotten all about him just like that. What do you think, Traveler? Could everyone's memories of the missing villager have been erased again?
It's too early to say. We should check in with the others first.
You're right. We should narrow down the possibilities first. Let's go ask someone else then.
I love how they like keep showing the sun.
Someone's gone
Just in
missing?
case you haven't picked up on it
Who?
yet.
Just as expected.
If you're certain that's what I said, then there's only one person who fits the bill. No doubt about it. But why'd you say he's gone missing?
Have you seen him recently?
Yeah, I just saw him leave the village. There was someone else with him, too. They couldn't have gone far.
Oh. This is getting even more weird. No, don't walk, run.
If this person only exists in people's memories, maybe we're in someone's memory right now.
Paimon totally forgot about the ley line disturbances. We're in someone else's memory. Just like
But
how you
whose?
entered your sibling's memory last time. That would also explain why we seem to be at a time before he went missing. It's a memory after all.
If we really are in someone's memory, then this is our chance to find him.
Right. If he's someone who only exists in people's memories, then we're finally on the same turf. But didn't Bayron just say that he saw him leave the village with someone? Where should we go look for him? Who knows how long this ley line disturbance is gonna last?
True.
We might not have that much time, and we don't even know whose memory this is.
Let's go through what we know so far.
Good idea. That'll help us narrow things down. We pretty much figured out that the missing villager has the ability to...
Implant memories into the minds of others.
Right! That! Could we try to figure out more about him using what we know of his ability? Like, does it maybe leave a trace that would somehow give him away?
Implanting memories into the minds of others must be an imperfect process. There's no way the new memories could perfectly blend in with the old ones. There has to become some kind of tell.
If time was allowed to pass within the false memories, there's a higher chance they might conflict with someone's original recollection. That would make it much harder to avoid suspicion.
True.
No wonder! All this time and the sky hasn't changed a bit! That must mean time isn't passing! That's the tell of the fake memories! The implanted memories are basically taking place outside of the regular 24 hours of the day. If the memories included the regular passage of time, it would be easy for people to tell that something was off.
Because they interfere with the real ones.
Like there could be overlap or something.
If we consider this is in conjunction with what we already know, then the question of whose memory this is seems to have an obvious answer. Atosa.
The color of the sky coincides with the moment in time she described.
Oh,
Then that
right.
means they're probably at the tree.
Exactly what Atosa described. That has to be it. This is definitely
Let's go to the
Atosa's
tree.
memory. Yeah, that's where they'll be.
That rhymes. Let's go to the tree. That's where they'll be. This way.
Do you maybe have anything you want to share? It's okay if you don't. You could also just talk about what you think of me?
Oh, I think you're an incredibly strong and thoughtful young woman.
Look at his eyes. The Khaenri'ah eyes.
You'll meet many amazing people.
And
and
outfit,
live
actually.
A very happy life. You won't miss someone like me.
Huh?
Huh?
Are those your friends over there?
She doesn't remember me? Oh, that's funny. Actually, we're Atosa's friends. We finally found him, but why does he look kind of familiar? Because he's wearing Khaenri'ah outfits.
Oh, right. This version of Atosa hasn't met us yet.
Does he look familiar because he's actually...
Friends? I guess you could say that. It must have taken them a lot of effort to find me. So, I should see what they need. I'm sorry, Atosa. We'll have to continue this conversation another time.
Another time, huh? Yeah, okay. I'll head back to the village then. Talk to you some other time.
She likes him.
It's nice to see you, Traveler. I believe this is the first time we've met.
Oh, you're... What's his name again? Right. I know who it is, but I forgot his name. Something with a C, right? And it was something with, Khaenri'ah. Was that it? Like his son? Factoring in the memories, the Abyss Order, the Loom of Fate, and everything else. I need to think of the one person that can connect. Yeah, it's Khaenri'ah.
Born into abject sorrow, he shall now become the Loom of Fate. You're
Khaenri'ah.
Alberic.
Right! And he has the same last name as Kaya.
Oh. You know me? That's quite the surprise.
Wait, I thought Khaenri'ah died.
Your sibling's memory. You saw the me from back then.
Back when you were a hilly troll.
This is Atosa's memory.
Right?
I came here to say goodbye to her, but I suppose I'll just leave her a message instead. Come, let's find somewhere else to talk.
Ah! Oh. Where am I going? And what does that say? I wish I could read that. Is it a Khaenri'ah script? Wow, that's pretty. Really, really pretty. Where's Paimon? Where's Paimon? Can I walk in the water again? Oh, I love when they do this. What is this place?
I suppose you could call it the realm of my consciousness. I'm someone who no longer exists in the real world, after all. As you well know.
Right, so he did die, but he just, like, his memory lives on somehow? You look quite exhausted.
It's nothing. I still have enough strength to play the part of a good host. I've always hoped that I'd get the chance to talk to you like this. And now, the time has finally arrived.
This is a rare opportunity for me as well. I should try and learn as much information from Khaenri'ah as I can. What exactly happened to you?
Extreme sorrow and pain. Hope and regret coursing through your veins. And a degree of abyssal power that defies comprehension. Father told me that once I possessed all those elements, I would become the Loom of Fate. But despite his intentions for me, I never truly became the Loom of Fate. I was merely used as a means for its construction. In truth, I died the moment I set everything in motion. The person you see before you now is nothing but a remnant of consciousness left over within the Loom of Fate.
Khaenri'ah is dead. That's why he no longer exists outside of people's memories.
As for your question, the Loom of Fate is a device capable of weaving ley lines.
Weaving ley lines?
In its primitive form, it can only be used to create and implant memories. But as more of it is completed, its power becomes stronger and stronger, until finally, it has the power to weave real ley lines of its own.
Oh.
Once fully completed, the moment it gains the power to weave ley lines, it loses the lower level ability to influence memories. But it also becomes a tool that can change the entire world.
So that was the source of your ability to implant memories?
Yes. I have the ability to control the Loom in its semi-completed form. I suppose you can think of it as a form of compensation. After all, its existence cost me my life.
So the memories that suddenly appeared in Dane's mind were implanted by Khaenri'ah through the half-finished Loom of Fate. That makes sense, but I'm still lost as to why he went so far as to introduce himself to all the residents of Phimara Village. But why did you implant memories of yourself into the people of Phimara Village? Because he was lonely.
Ah, that. I was wrong to implant those memories. I'm sorry I caused so much trouble. Not only for everyone in the village, but for you as well. I just wanted them to feel like I once existed in this world. As if I had a chance at life.
Oh.
I know what you must be thinking. Why would I do something so meaningless?
He was lonely.
But I just couldn't accept it.
Accept what?
I had to know what it would be like if I had my own life. What kind of person I would be. What other people would think of me. Chief Ahmadiyya, Baram, Granny Jahiyat, Atosa.
Oh, look at them. See, they made those things. They were in the tree.
What would it be like if I could live alongside them? No cataclysm, no curse. Just a quiet life in a peaceful village.
Oh, that's so sad.
I was curious, so I selfishly tried to have my own life.
Oh.
Even if that meant piecing together the version of myself that could have been. One memory at a time. I know it sounds stupid. After all, my life ended a long time ago. Any chance at living was stripped away from me when I was 8 years old. My consciousness left to mature in an illusory world of nothingness. Even the form you see before you was nothing but an invention based on my father's appearance. An imagined version of what I would look like if I had the chance to grow up.
Oh, this is so sad. In the end, this all stems from the tragedy that occurred in Khaenri'ah back then. You know, everyone's looking for you.
I know. But there's nothing I can do to make them find me. If I could exist in the real world, I would return without a second thought and surprise them with the suddenness of it all. But, well, that's not possible for me.
As I understand it, even though you only appeared in their memories, your existence was a great comfort to them. They all believe you once lived among them.
I know.
Well, now that I found you, let's continue this conversation some other time. They might still need my help.
Captain Dainsleif. Twilight Sword, you mean?
Yes.
No need to meet up with him. Things should already be settled on his end.
Settled?
Exactly. As someone who could only exist in people's memories, the fact that I'm able to talk to you in my consciousness like this can only mean one thing. The Loom of Fate has already been completed.
Oh. What? Excuse me? The Loom of Fate is already complete? That means the eye of the first field tiller must have fallen into the hands of the Abyss. Could something have happened to Dane?
No need to worry about Captain Dainsleif. He's absolutely fine.
How do you know?
The only reason he lost the eye was because I happened to guess exactly what he was planning. Captain Dainsleif has had the eye inside his body this whole time, hasn't he?
How?
His plan was to lure the Abyss Order to a false location, capitalizing on their pursuit of the eye in order to have the chance to confront the prince. He would then hand the eye to you and tell you to take it away from that location.
But he didn't.
That way, Captain Dainsleif could accomplish his own goal and ensure the safety of the eye all at once. A very thorough plan.
But Dane never handed me the eye.
That's right. Because in his mind, he had given it to you already.
You messed with his... He gave Dane a false memory? You made him think that? When? Right before we went in, I think.
Before you two entered that false location.
Oh, I should have pried more.
Traveler, wait.
Oh. I need to give this to you. And then he was like... That's what happened.
We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
So he like skipped through it. That's crazy. You,
Given
mother...
the tense situation at that time, Captain Dainsleif failed to notice anything out of the ordinary, and took that memory to be real. I'm sorry, Traveler, but I needed the Loom of Fate to be completed. And to do that, we had to retrieve the eye.
Why did you need it to be completed? So, Dane had the eye this whole time? Until the Abyss Order took it away. I'm not sure there's anything we could have done. Now that the Loom of Fate is complete, what are you planning on doing with it?
I promise I'm not trying to conceal anything from you. But I truly have no idea what the prince is planning. Tevat's ley line system is deeply entrenched in the planet. Creating new ley lines can neither replace nor extend the ones that already exist. In the face of everything they could be planning, I fear I'm too insignificant to even get a glimpse of the bigger picture. In any case, I had my own use for the Loom of Fate, and my goal, at least, has been achieved.
Your goal?
You remember my father, don't you? Clotar Alberich.
Clotar, that's what it was.
I believe you saw him in your sibling's memory.
I did.
After he used the power of the Abyss to restore consciousness to my hilichurl form, I suffered from an indescribable level of mental anguish. To comfort me, my father told me a story, that this was a fairy tale world where I had to take on the form of a little monster.
I remember this.
That story managed to dispel my fears, even if just for a moment. My goal was simple: to use the Loom of Fate in its near-completed form, when its ability to create memories was at its strongest, to implant a specific memory into the minds of the hilichurls.
You mean all of them?
In that memory, I would tell them a story, just like my father did for me. It was a story of fairy tales and love. But more than anything, it was the story of us.
So the thing that caused hilichurls to calm down back then was Khaenri'ah's story. So that was his goal. That was the only thing he wanted. He had a device as powerful as the Loom of Fate at his disposal, and all he wanted to do with it was to offer the hilichurls a moment of comfort and peace.
I can't change the world. Not when I lost the very right to exist within it. Implanting those memories, that was the most worthwhile thing I could offer. In truth, that trace of my consciousness should have dissipated long ago. My goal was the one thing that allowed me to hold on all this time.
Oh, he's gonna disappear now, isn't he?
But now, the bedtime story is finished. And it's finally time to rest.
Looks like I was too late to see Khaenri'ah one last time.
Either.
Khaenri'ah's consciousness is gone, and this space will soon disappear along with it. Neither of us belongs here. That's why we're not tangible. Were that not the case, I'd love to hug you too. Well, how about a conversation?
Oh, that was so cute.
The chance to just stop and talk like this is certainly not easy to come by. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah. I almost can't believe it's real. I don't think it is real.
That battle earlier was tough.
Oh.
The one against Dane, I mean. I didn't expect that after everything, he would still hesitate to raise his sword against me. Were it not for that, perhaps I'd still be no match for the Twilight Sword. even after 500 years.
What exactly are you planning? What are you going to do with the Loom of Fate?
The Loom of Fate, huh? I still haven't found a way to utilize it to its full potential. But there's still time before the heavenly principles awaken.
The heavenly principles are still asleep?
Yes. For 500 years now, ever since the cataclysm in Khaenri'ah, there's been no sign of activity. Not long ago, you witnessed the Hydro Archon destroy her divine throne.
Yes.
Yes.
And there's been nothing happening after that, which was very suspicious to me.
Such a flagrant disregard for the rules. And still Celestia took no action.
Exactly.
I suppose that's proof enough of the heavenly principles situation.
Mm-hmm.
However, the heavenly principles will awaken. We just don't know when that will be, or what might trigger it.
You really hate the heavenly principles, don't you?
You could say that. Just look at Khaenri'ah.
Yeah.
He was so pure and single-minded. The space we now find ourselves is a perfect representation of who he was. Quiet and peaceful, even as a hilly churl. Seeing the terrible sight within the mirror wasn't enough to taint his spirit. He brought comfort to the people of this world, even though he was denied the very right to be a part of it. So ask yourself this. Who was it that deprived him of that right to exist? Of course, that's only one example. My feelings about the heavenly principles are too complicated to explain in just a few words. Lumine?
You're the only one in this world who calls me that. There's so much I wanted to ask you. But for some reason, I'm not interested in asking those questions right now. There's just one thing I have to ask. One thing I could never understand. Why? Why can't we continue our journey together?
Lumine.
At the end of my journey, I arrived at a place known as the Sea of Flowers at the end. Do you remember? A long time ago, when we traveled between worlds together, you told me you wanted to find a place in the universe where that one flower was in full bloom. To have a place like that suddenly appear before me? Well, would you think of that as a coincidence?
You mean?
I miss you too, Lumine. But as this war continues to rage, and as I continue to seek that final answer, I don't even know how to face myself sometimes. Let alone my own sister.
What's going on?
This space has lost its tether. I doubt it'll be able to exist much longer.
Ether!
In fact, aside from our ability to physically interact with each other, there's something else you should know about this space. With Khaenri'ah gone, we won't be able to remember anything that happened here.
No!
Everything in this space will be wiped from existence, including all memory of our reunion.
You're only telling me this now?
At least I remember. Aww. Lumine. That's so sad.
Still so sleepy. Paimon's head feels all fuzzy. Oh, Paimon woke up a little earlier than you, so Paimon will fill you in. The villagers said that they saw us sleeping near the village yesterday. They couldn't wake us up no matter how hard they tried, so they decided to just bring us back here. Oh, and Dane came by just now. It looked like he was injured. He didn't say anything, though. Just made sure that you were alright and left.
Oh.
Kinda seemed like he had a lot on his mind, but that's Dane for ya.
He never changes, doesn't he? I'm having trouble thinking straight right now.
Let's think for a second. We were in that memory, and we saw that guy you called Khaenri'ah. He was the missing villager that we've been trying to find, right? And after that, Paimon doesn't remember what happened.
Khaenri'ah and I talked for a while. He told me about the Loom of Fate.
Wait, really? What a score!
Why do I remember that? Oh, because that was before he was gone. I guess our commission is complete then. The missing villager, the person who only exists in people's memories, was Khaenri'ah all along. But now that he's gone, I'm not sure how to explain things to the villagers.
Well, what happened after that?
After that, I can't seem to remember. Maybe I'm just tired. I feel like something else happened, but why can't I remember? I'm not sure why, but it almost feels like I lost something.
Ah, there you are. Sleep well?
Yes.
Bayram? You sure seem happy. Did something good happen?
Something good? Huh. Wasn't anything good or bad, I'd say. It's just that, well, the village organized another search party yesterday. It didn't feel right to leave all the searching to the adventurers.
Yeah.
So there we were, searching away, when suddenly this one guy said it all came back to him. According to him, one day around dusk he was passing by this one tree outside the village, and he saw our missing villager. There he was, sleeping under that tree all by himself. His parents came a little later to wake him up, and they all left together. They looked like quite a happy family, apparently.
So that's how Khaenri'ah said his goodbyes. That was the last memory he gave them.
Oh, and we also remembered his name, Khaenri'ah. Now, that's not a name you hear every day. Would have been helpful if we remembered it sooner.
Oh. That is a unique name. Make sure you remember it this time.
Well, I hope he's happy wherever he is. And
Me
we're
too.
all relieved now that we know what happened.
Khaenri'ah is gone, the Loom of Fate is now complete, and no one else will try to change the village's memories.
Paimon wonders how Atos is doing.
She's
Maybe
probably
we
not
should
the
go
best.
check on her. If she hasn't remembered like everyone else, we can tell her what happened.
This thing in the tree. It is in the tree. So that is real. How is that real? If that was a memory. So confused. Hi.
Hey, Atosa, how's it going?
Oh, she looks so sad.
Oh, it's you two. I was just about to go looking for you. I wanted to thank you. I was part of the search party, so I remember what happened to Khaenri'ah now. Honestly, I just can't believe I forgot something so important.
Maybe he wanted you to forget him. What? I'm sure he wouldn't want you to forget him.
It's funny, but I have this feeling he told me the same thing. I just can't seem to remember when. I guess it doesn't really matter anyway. Life is made up of a series of memories. As long as I hold on to our time together, he'll always be a part of my life. I'm just happy I got to meet him. So, who cares what happens in the future, right?
No.
Okay, I'll admit. I'm just putting on a brave face. I was dumped, wasn't I?
No.
Otherwise, why would he just leave like that without saying goodbye?
I'm sure he had his reasons.
You don't need to comfort me. I'll be okay. It's just like Khaenri'ah said. It's the things we overcome that make life more precious. And you know, if he has a heart, maybe he'll come back and see me one day. Anyway, thanks for all your hard work, you two. I promised I'd help Granny Jahiet with something, so I should head back. Goodbye.
Well, that should be it, right? Everyone's lives can go back to normal now. Right, weren't you about to tell Paimon what happened after your conversation with Khaenri'ah?
Right. What was it that happened? I can't remember. Oh. It feels like there's something in my pocket.
A picture? Where'd that come from? Let Paimon see.
You must get along with each other, the two of you. How did that picture get there? A precious group photo that has surpassed the rules somehow. Being taken by some unknown person using unknown means in a space that should no longer exist. I wonder who it was that did that. He's a ghost. Well, I guess I'll see you next time. Bye. Oh, this is such a sad love story. They should have ended up together, but they can't ever be together because he was just a memory. Oh, that's so sad.